to the orthopedic. It's been 3 weeks, and they took my cast off, and they gave me this fancy thing.
Nice.
So I have this now. Nothing much has changed really. I am in less pain, a little bit less pain, but I'm still pretty, hyped up on oxycodons and ibuprofen. I also found a place that rented wheelchairs out for $100 a month. So I snatched one of those up and I put it in my car. It's kind of weird because like I have a really tiny car, so like barely fits in the backseat. Like you have to turn out an angle and like shove it in there. And so it's really hard getting that out. I have to I get on my crutches and back up, open the door like that, and then I lean on the car and use my other foot, and then I grab it and financial, get it out, and then yeah, work from there. I have another appointment next week, so we'll see how that goes. I don't have any other updates, just figuring out how to do stuff still, getting better at it. Let's go on to next week. Guess what? I just realized that I talked for 15 minutes and it was all a time lapse, so I'm gonna talk again. I'm parched because I talked for so long. So I went back into the orthopedic a couple days ago and they took the cotton and gauze off and stuff, and it was pretty gnarly, I'm not gonna lie. It looked like Frankenstein gone wrong. 38 stitches, super gnarly. I already seen it, I saw before, when they first took the cast off, but now it was even more gnarly, even raw nastiness, right? It was the day that I got to take my stitches out. It's really weird because my foot can't feel anything at all. It's the wildest thing. I can't even feel it touching the ground. The only reason I know it's touching the ground or that I'm putting weight on it is because it hurts up in my leg, but I can't feel anything in my foot. So they took the stitches out of my foot. When they did that, I didn't feel a thing. I felt it more when it came up towards my leg, but on the other side, that sucked so much. So the other side is where, they did the surgery, they, sliced it open, cranked it apart, and put 8 nails in there, right? And so there were tons of stitches on that side, really deep stitches. And mind you, by this point, my medication, my pain meds had worn off, so I felt it. I felt everything. And I felt when they pulled it, I'm not even kidding, it felt like needles were going all the way down to my bone. And then away, it kind of was, because the stitches went way down there. It each one was this long. They pulled out like a freaking magic trick right out of my skin, and it hurts so much. I wanted to just die. But something good came out of it. I can now wash it. And awesome, right? But it was really awesome. They say that I'm not gonna have another appointment for a few weeks because not much is gonna happen between now and then. I'm not in as much pain, which is awesome. Now I only take the pain meds, or the crazy pain meds, the opioids, every 8 hours instead of every 4 hours. So progress. So if anything happens, if there's any updates, I will put it in here. If there aren't, then I guess I'll just wait 3 weeks for the next update. See what happens. All right, so it has been 2 weeks since my last update. My doctor appointment is next month, and they told me I'm gonna start physical therapy, so I'm super excited about that because I'll be able to move around and it'll give me something to do instead of sitting in my bed all day. I am able to move my foot a little bit now. They encouraged me to wiggle my toes and whatnot, so I'm allowed to wiggle my toes. Kind of hurts if I do it too much, but it's not bad. The pain has subsided a ton. It's so much better. I only take the crazy pain meds. I don't even take it every day, but if I do, I take it at night, and that's just to help me sleep because it hurts at night a little bit after moving around all day. But mostly I get by pretty well on just Tylenol right now, which is pretty awesome. And right now I'm not even on Tylenol. I feel pretty good. It's a great feeling to not be in constant pain all the time. Actually, it's not super gnarly anymore, so I can probably show you guys what it looks like under the cast. Give me a sec.
A few moments later.
Here you can see right here, this is the one I was talking about earlier where they took the stitches out. They just put like this tape on it so it won't fall apart or something like that. And then on the other side, this right here is where my bone came out. So you can see that's a little bit grosser, a little bit gnarlier. I would say now the biggest discomfort is just the fact that it itches so much, like constantly, because these are like the biggest scabs you'll ever see in your life, and can't really pick them because they're like super deep still, and because my foot's in the boot most of the time, and I'm not. This is like like my skin is like super flaky now, and it's like super soft and just itches so much. My left leg is quite a margin smaller than my right leg, which is sad because that's my jumpy leg. So have to regain muscle into that. Super tiny. It's actually really sad. I look like I'm in middle school. No offense to the middle schoolers out there, but you know, I've worked hard for this. So I have a gymnastics class that I took for school, and just because, like, you know, why not? It's fun. I can do flips and meet other people who have the same interests. And you know, broke my leg like 3 weeks into it, but it's attendance based, so I have to go every single week, twice a week. I just like sit there on the ground on my butt watching people do flips and I just sit there. But yesterday I did a handstand and I was like so happy about it. I still had my boot on and everything, and I couldn't do it for my legs, so I sat it on my knees and I just like pushed up from my knees and like muscled it up, and I did a handstand and I was really happy. So that is the first like parkour, tricking, tumbling related thing that I've done in like over a month. Other than that, there's really not much. I'm way ahead of schoolwork because I don't do anything except schoolwork. I've gotten really good at playing Skate 3. If any of you guys have played that, it's super fun. I highly recommend it. The next orthopedic appointment is next week on Wednesday, which is 5 days from now. And I start physical therapy, which I'm excited about. And they're gonna take x-rays again to see if it's healing right. And after the appointment, I will give you guys an update, tell you how it's going. Until next week, guys. All right, so I'm guilty.